All right. Happy Monday. I am eating dinner. I have no makeup on, clearly. And my hair was just washed and is air drying, which is not beautiful for me. And I flew for like 9 hours after having a canceled flight last night. So, but I'm here and I'm happy about it. So I was like, last night after my flight was canceled, I was like, I need to do the team call tomorrow. What should I talk about? And I really wanted to get my chiropractor. So my plan was to have my chiropractor come on. She has a newer baby. He's like 8 months now. And this is like bedtime. Like it's 6:30 in Denver. So it's just tough. So I don't know when I'll be able to get her on, but I want her to come on because she's got so much knowledge and about just like females, and she's a coach, which is super cool. Like she's familiar with Beachbody, which is even cooler, so eventually I'll get her on. But I thought, let's talk tech stuff, because last week we were talking about like all the things we kind of wanted to make changes to with, trying to just get more creative with our reels and our stories and different things. And so I thought, well, maybe this week would be a good, just like, let's talk techie stuff. So, but before we get started, would somebody like to share? Kristen shared her story last week. Like to share their coach story or something that's been working lately? Haley or Megan? I would love to hear. I know Megan's story. I would love to hear Haley's. I know Haley's story too, but everybody doesn't. Not everybody does.
I don't know your story.
Okay.
All right.
Sure. So background about me, my mom is a personal trainer. She's been a personal trainer and a fitness instructor as she was raising me, but she was also a hairdresser until I was 5 years old. So I obviously have had a role model my whole life in what the representation of a fit, healthy, take care of your body like person. And so I always danced my whole life, all the way up until I had kids. I danced, and I also had a gym membership. And so I would always have a buddy, like a friend to work out with. My mom would give me a program and I would follow it. She would train me every once in a while. Didn't really ever take classes a whole lot because I took dance classes. So then fast forward to I was pregnant, and my first pregnancy, I still taught dance, and I did take a dance class. But then, so the first baby, I'm trying to remember, I got back down to pre-pregnancy weight, but like my husband and I both like knew we wanted to lose some weight and stuff. But I'm trying to remember what I did really with the first baby. I think it was her. And then when she turned 1, I got pregnant again. So like keep going. And a client of mine told me she was a coach, and I ended up buying PIO from her. And then I still wanted to get back into the gym. Like she didn't have like any kind of Facebook group or anything. It was just kind of like, I bought that. I did that a little bit at home, but I really just wanted the community and be in a gym. So I started bringing 2 kids to the gym, but then winter hit, and I was like, I don't want to take them out into like the snow drive. It was only like, a mile and a half, 2 hours to daycare. But, I always had to like, I would get paid, and I would just like, cut my 40-minute workout to 20 minutes, and that was it. But anyway, yeah, winter hit. So then I had so I went to COS school with a coach, Katie Naveau. So she reached out to me on Facebook, and she's like, hey, how's it going? And then like we got into nutrition, and I was actually like, I had done PIO, and I was trying to like, long story short, but like she invited me to her group. She's like, I didn't buy anything from her, but she's like, looks like you just need accountability. Cause I'm like, I've been like reaching out to friends doing like, hey, let's do this like 30-day squat challenge, and like some kind of like make me do this every single day. And they would always like just not commit with me. So then I would just like do it alone. And then so for a year, I was in her body group, and I kept thinking I should coach. I wanted to coach, but then it was like my husband would kind of discourage me with like timing, like the time to devote to something like that. Because Katie's like, you're very active in this group. You would be perfect for this group. Well, I lost 30 pounds in her challenge group, and I got down to my high school weight, like junior high school. And hello, I'm pregnant with baby number 3. And I ended up like only gaining 30 pounds with the pregnancy. But still, anyway, I wanted to get right back into like this group with Katie again, trying to get back to what I was, but she was no longer an active coach. She's like, well, get a hold of Lindsay. So I messaged her on Facebook. Took her like a couple months to like get back to me to like get in her group, but finally she did. And I was like, yeah, I need a push. I need like this motivation again. And so then that was like, so I got into her group last fall, and by December, it was like December 8th, she was like on her Facebook stories, and I was like, she's talking to me. So I watched the open house. She sent me that recording because I was like, she must have been traveling or something, because it was like a few days later or a week later. I was like, what was this recording? And because I want like, or what was this open house that you're talking about? Because I feel like I need to watch this. And so it was Christmas break, and it was December 27th or 28th. I became a coach. So, because it was like right around my renewal of my BOD membership. It was like January 3rd. So I ended it 5 days earlier and got a challenge pack, the complete package of all of it. And that's my story. So, I'm glad I finally did it, and I'm glad that it's all working out as far as like, I think I'm definitely meant for this, and I love doing it. So,
You're
and
definitely
trying to learn is like in be the best representation of a coach that I can. I definitely struggle in a lot of areas with my own personal journey, but I definitely keep thinking about the 75 hard, that like I need to do this. So, but yeah, that's where I'm at now.
Yay.
Yeah.
I can, from like day one, I'm like, this girl is like a natural. You just can talk about it easily. You just like you just kind of got it. Like I felt like you just kind of got what to talk about on Instagram. Didn't It never felt like awkward, which is kind of awesome. And I was pointing because Megan joined around the same time you joined over that like spring break time. She was like January 1st, right? Or December 31st.
Oh, Christmas break. Yeah.
Yeah, I posted my before, and I posted my before. We had talked about it before Christmas, but I posted my before and after like 2 days after Christmas. It was just great timing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was definitely sharing. Well, Katie helped share my journey. Like when I lost the 30 pounds and it was, my goal was for my 30th birthday. And I like made the goal a month early, and
Wow.
we shared that goal that I achieved that. And it was like, it was definitely a good feeling for sure that I got to that point. But my husband definitely did it with me. He was the first one. He's like, I think he started it at the end of May on Memorial Day weekend. And in a week he lost like 5 pounds or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this too. So
Ryan has lost almost 25 pounds in 44 days. Insane, like crazy.
yeah,
He doesn't want to lose that much, but he just keeps losing. Like, yeah, I wish I was losing that fast, but I also didn't, my diet hasn't changed all that much. I'm just following it stricter, whereas his diet changed a lot. So anyway, that's just a side note that guys can lose weight so easily.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. But thank you for sharing, Haley.
Yeah.
I love this part of our call now. It's just really fun to like hear each other's stories. But let's jump in and learn a few things. So trying to think of what to share first. I guess since Kristen's on and Haley's on, you guys both have questions. We'll start there. So let's start talking about reels first. And I just saw Brock Johnson. So if you don't follow Brock Johnson on Instagram, you need to start following Brock, because he really explains for like network marketers or any sort of entrepreneurs. I feel like he does a really good job of explaining like why we should use posts, why we should use stories, what reels are for, like what the different things are for, and that we should be using all of them, et cetera, et cetera. He just does a really good job. And he actually just posted his latest post is what every Insta feature is for, which was, I thought, really cool. And it was like, your feed is to provide value related to your niche. Your highlights is to showcase what your page is about. Your story is to build trust and to sell. Your DMs is to create relationships and sell. Your reels is to grow your following. That is the best way right now to like target a certain audience of like, who are you talking to? That I think right now is the best way. So creating reels that are educational as well as entertaining about your niche. So like my niche right now is all about proactive fertility and talking specifically to someday moms, what they can do for their hormones and their health to one day hopefully be able to have a child. And then your IGTV is to teach. So that's kind of with reels that's going to be where you are looking to grow your following. That's where you're going to hit a market that isn't already following you. You're not going to end up, your stories aren't going to hit people that aren't following you. Your stories are for the people that are already at your table, right? They're already there. You're already serving them in some way, whether they're a part of your business or in your group or whatever or not, you're serving them, you're able to offer value to them. But your reels are going to hit people who aren't in your market already, who aren't already at your table, and hopefully will come to your table and start following you based on what you're sharing. Okay. And honestly, guys, reels are hit and miss as to how many people watch them, and don't like get all hung up on that number of how many people are watching them, because like I can have one that's like gets 200 watches and another that gets 3,000 views. And I haven't done like all the metrics of like how many, I haven't gotten a ton of followers from it, but I know I have gotten some new followers just from being more consistent. And I do need to be more consistent. I'd like to do one a day. I just need to buckle down and do it. And so anyway, that's reels. And then I'm trying to think if there's any like, I think I can share my phone screen with you. Let's see if it'll work. Again, can you guys see that? You can see my phone? So this is the image of Brock. Another account to follow is Insta Club Hub, which is Brock and Shalene's account. And again, they give you just good Insta stuff. They have a whole paid subscription for Insta Club Hub, but this account also just shares some good Instagram tips and things. But to create a reel, you can go to, like you swipe to go to stories, you can go to reels. And there's a few different things you can do. I actually rarely go straight to here, if I'm completely honest. What I usually do is when I see a reel that I like, I save it. So I go to all of my saved reels. Like I have a million saved here that I've just like been like, oh, I want to do that reel someday, or like use that sound someday, right? And then if I want to use that reel, what I did, I'm going to click on this little reel button right here. And at the bottom, I'm going to use that sound. So you just click at the very, I don't know, can you see my cursor? Can you see my cursor or no? Yeah, okay. So at the bottom where it says the audio here is on the like left side on the bottom. On the right side is the filter she used. So that's the coconut filter. If you like a filter that you see, you can click on that filter and then save it or use that effect. I guess effect, not filter. And on the left is the sound. So I go and I say, use that audio. And now that audio is ready for me to use. You can change the speed of what you are recording. You can add effects. So the 1x is where you can change the speed. You can make it go slower, faster. That means your movements will go slower or faster. The sound stays the same. So as you're recording, it's kind of opposite. If you record at 2x speed, it's going to record you slower, but your movements are going to be faster. If you record at say 0.3x speed, it's going to record you faster, but it's going to look slower. I know it sounds completely opposite of what it should, but that's how it works. A lot of times I do 2x because it's almost looks more at speed. But if I'm trying to lip sync specifically to a sound, I kind of need to do it at 1x. It is sometimes tough to get exactly like get words on at the same time as what they're doing, but you'll get it. You'll get better at it. The second thing here is effects. So those are going to be all your filters. Oops.
Remember. Hey.
Those are going to be all of your filters at the bottom. So any of the ones you have saved are going to be down here. So you can change to any of those filters. That fourth button here, that's going to, if you don't want to use a filter or an effect, that is just going to like touch you up a little bit. It's like the glow up. And then the bottom one is your timer.
Remember the time.
And this one, you can do a lot of things with. So one, you can just set a 3-second or 10-second timer.
Hey, remember the time.
And you can do the whole thing. Or you can just record a portion at a time. So let's say I want to record.
Remember the time.
Remember the time. I just want to
Remember the
record that part first.
And hey, remember?
I'm gonna set the timer. I've got my effect on. I hit go, it's gonna count me down.
Remember the time?
And it just recorded that portion. Okay, I can go back and watch it.
Remember the time? Hey, remember the
If I
time?
don't like it, I can delete it, and I can even trim it a little shorter if I wanted to. Like if I wanted to do a transition in there or something.
And hey,
Okay.
remember the time? And hey,
And then
remember the time?
I can do the same thing again. You always have to push your effect again. If you want the effect every time, make sure you click effect again. Make sure you click timer again. I'll record another little section. And then again, effect, timer, and record the rest. You can also align. So like if I click align and I want to have my head come in exactly where it was, this is how you get fancy with transitions. Like I can try and align my body with where I was. It's so hard. Close enough.
Do you remember?
And then I
And
can
hey,
preview it.
remember the time? You remember? And hey, remember the
Etc. Just a little bit of, because I think Kristen hasn't done a reel yet. I would challenge you to do one this week. Try and grow that following. Haley, what was your Instagram question? You had an Instagram question. Since we're in Instagram.
Yeah, just kind of the aesthetic of your page.
Hmm.
Because I know, like, well, just for instance, like Lindsay, she has each of her posts, like, I don't know if you like look at her page, but like where mine is all the full squared
Oh yeah.
photos, and like hers is all like that, like rectangle shape. Like, is that like an app, a setting? Like, how do you?
She uses pic collage. So if you notice at the bottom of each one of those, it says pic collage.
Oh,
And all she does, I would use Canva. So then it doesn't, and I'll show you, I'm going to jump into Canva and I'll show you guys. It wouldn't have that watermark at the bottom then, but I think that she does that so that it does stay, it gets the whole photo, but it stays square. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted some border around it, I do that sometimes. I think the aesthetic of your page does not matter. It used to matter a lot. And I would have like, if you go back, not even that long ago, honestly, when I would do those prayer posts, like I made sure I had one on like every third post.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, that's one thing that Brock has been teaching, like that doesn't really matter anymore. What matters is that you're offering value. But if you want it to look pretty, like I don't think it hurts, but like I wouldn't waste a ton of time there.
And then my other question, oh, sorry, were you going to say more?
No, I was gonna jump into Canva, so go ahead.
Okay, really quick. Is there, so I used to be able to see insights like on my hair page.
Oh yeah.
Do you know, I'm like, where is that on?
Do you have it set up as a creator account?
I don't know. How do I check?
Go to the 3 lines and then go to settings
Mm-hmm.
and then account, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then switch account type. It's all the way at the bottom. It'll be in blue.
So I have switched to professional account and
Yes, switch to professional account.
okay.
You don't need a business account, but because you're probably set up as a personal account, you switch to a professional account, you should be able to see those insights then.
Choose the best describes what you do.
Put entrepreneur. Oh, good. This is something that I wanted to talk about. Because a lot of people have been asking, how do I get my post to look like this?
So now creator.
Yeah, okay, cool. And then you should be able to
Gotcha.
see insights then.
All right.
You should be able to, yeah. So this, I know Lindsay Gray has been asking, how does Tabitha do that? How does she have her picture and her name and her Insta handle and like a quote? It's actually a template in Canva. So I like to show Canva on the computer because it's just, I like Canva a lot better on the computer than I do on my phone. Actually, I should show on my phone first, just because you asked Haley about the picture, like how Lindsay does that. So I created just like a basic template that I can use anytime with my photos. Like if I end up like having it long and I want it to stay long and I want like a little border around it, what I would do is just create a new Instagram post, like a blank one. And I don't want a template. Add a photo. Oops. This is I don't. Oh, you gotta drag that. So then this photo is gonna have that white border around it. And you can then just like, each time you come in then, each time I come into Instagram, I can go to my designs. And like, this is the one that I usually use. Where is it? Where is it?
Those are in Instagram, you said?
Sorry, Canva. Did I say
Okay, I was good.
Canva? I don't know where my usual one is. I lost it, but I would have this. So then that could be like my quote unquote template that I use every time I come in and I want to use this as an Instagram post. I can just click replace at the bottom and upload a new photo. And now I have that photo there. And extend it if I needed it to. So then I have just border on each side. And then you don't have that pic collage, what do they call it? Watermark at the bottom. And you can do filters, you can do all that kind of stuff in here, or I pull it out and use the filter that I always use in Lightroom. I'm not gonna go into that today. But I guess since I'm already here, you can see all of those templates in here. So this Instagram posts, this is where I've been getting a lot of the things that I've been using lately for like my like proactive fertility posts. But like, have you guys seen anybody use this reminder little post and put their own little quote in there? It comes from Canva. So you can change the background colors. Looks like this one has just a bunch of different colors. So you could change all of those. Kind of cool. And then you can change this text to say whatever you want. And you can change this if you don't have a website. I would put like your Instagram handle at the bottom there. And then use that. Or this is the one that a lot of people have been wanting or seeing that we just saw. Let's see, where did it go? I think I have it saved in mine, but it's in here as a template somewhere. It's this, where you can add your own picture, your name, your Instagram, and then you can add whatever quote you want. Usually you want it to be something that like you said. Just keep it short and sweet and to the point to like get it out there. But this is a template. So it's in there. You might just have to do a little searching for it. But there's like story templates in here. There's so much in Canva. Like I said, I do prefer it on my computer rather than my phone, just because, I don't know, it just seems to be easier to use. Although I feel like the phone's getting a little bit better to use. But let's go to Canva. I do have the paid Canva account, but you get a lot with the free too. The paid, you just get a little bit more features, like more backgrounds, more stickers and different stuff. So, but it's totally up to you if you want to pay for that. I don't think it's necessary. They have like so much. Like you could spend a whole day in here just like learning. I mean, if you need to create a presentation, I love their presentation templates. They have so many, like it's kind of crazy the amount of templates and stuff they have available for us. These are all going to be Instagram posts, ideas. They have video, they have Instagram story. They'll have like, there's like another Instagram story that like, it looks like a phone. That's a template in Canva that you can use, and then it upload it to your own Instagram. So really with Canva, I mean, just take the time to like kind of play around. It's very, in my opinion, again, I'm very techie and things do come easy to me, but I do think it is a fairly easy platform to understand, to learn. When it comes to like just changing the text and changing the picture and the background and things, you just have to be intuitive and like just look at the buttons. I don't want to spend a ton of time. I feel like I do have like a tutorial. It's probably pretty old at this point, but I could make another one too. Something I do want to make sure we get to, because I know this is another question that people have had, is about email and probably more importantly, landing pages. So we keep talking about value, offer free value, offer things free to your customers, like the free workouts that we have, or the weekly meal plans that are in every month's challenge group guide. Or you could create something of your own. Like I'm going to create something that's like the supplements that I take for my proactive fertility, right? And just like creating something that is completely free or just wanting to give it to others. By giving it to others, they then are added to your newsletter list, your email list, and then any email that you want to send out can go out to all of those people. I personally use Flowdesk, but unfortunately they do not allow network marketers to use it anymore. I happen to be in it before they stopped it, but they're not letting new network marketers basically join, which is annoying, but it is what it is. So the other option, and it's actually free, which is nice because Flowdesk isn't, is Aweber. And I did a little bit of research myself for you guys today because I haven't used Aweber, but it does seem fairly simple and easy to use. So I'll just kind of walk through some of the features for you guys to let you know like what you can do with it. But basically you can create an email list. So you can use all of your current like customers and coaches emails. You can put those in there. And then you can create like landing pages. So say you will have that free workouts you want to give away to people for free. Just give me your email and you can get this free, probably like 15 free workouts at this point. And you want it to be automated even. They put in their email, you send them to a link, they put in their email and it automatically just sends it to them. That's what you can do with Aweber. You don't have to like get their email, go email them separately. Like it is all automated. So you created a free account, which I did do earlier today. So I should be able to log in. Sometimes I type too long and fast. Oh, maybe because I hadn't verified my email. Probably. So I learned all of this through Mompreneur. I purchased the Mompreneur email list. I don't know, package. So every month I get like content from them to send like a newsletter. I am just going to do a free. Yes, I have my own website that I should use more. I don't really talk about it ever. Probably should. Oh, come on. I don't want to do all this. Sorry, guys. I should have had this done. Yes, we have subscribers. Oh, there. I may move up, switch my to this because this is free. It's not that hard. I just want to get in. Just get in. All right. So you can like import your subscribers. So that's where I'm saying like you can pull your customers from your back office and import them in here. Under messages, these are the different things that you can post. So drafts, if you like were to draft an email that you wanted to send. Broadcasts are emails or newsletters, emails that you're going to send. They call them broadcasts. Split tests, you probably will never use. It is basically like you want to test two separate emails. They're basically the same, except this one puts the customer's name in it and this one doesn't. And you want to know which one does better, like which one has a better opening rate. Don't waste your time. Like it just, you probably won't, you'll rarely use that. Campaigns is where this automation is going to happen. Okay. That's where once we create a landing page, we'll go create a campaign that says when somebody fills out this form, send them this email. It's called a campaign. If you had a blog, you could do a blog broadcast, and then these are just some different email templates that you could use. Subscribers, that's where you add your subscribers. That's where you can see your subscribers. The one thing with Aweber that I learned is like with MailChimp and with Flowdesk, I could create one big list, but then I could create like sub lists basically for like the people who want the free workouts and people who want the healthy through the holidays document and the people who are new customers and new coaches and et cetera, et cetera. Whereas if you want to use the free version of Aweber, you cannot create sub lists, but you can tag, it's kind of like hashtagging your customers or each of the subscribers into what list, quote unquote, sub list you want them to be in. So you would tag everybody who is signing up for the free workouts as free workouts, for example. So then you can send just those people their specific emails. Okay. And then sign up forms is going to be, if you have a website, you can put a sign up form within your website or within your blog, which most people don't. So we won't need to worry about that. Landing pages is where you can create a a landing page. And what I mean by landing page, let's see if I can show you in case you're not familiar. It might be just faster to go to my Instagram. What? Okay, so like if I click on free workouts and meal plans. Oh no, that does not do it. Maybe it's this one. Nope, maybe I don't have one. I thought I did. I guess I'll just have to show you one. Thought I had one set up, but I must not. So let's go back to where we were. So you'll kind of know. So basically it's a very basic website or a page that it'll take somebody to that just has like a picture. You've probably filled a million of these out if you wanted to get something free from somebody. So you would build your landing page and it's just like a picture and some basic text and a box that says name and a box that says email and submit. So we create a landing page. What did the one she said? I mean, there's a whole bunch depending on what you want it to look like, but I think a pretty basic one is this personal promotion. Let's use that. So this is basically the form they're going to fill out to get the free workout document. Okay, so then you can just edit this text. So you can change this image to maybe be a picture of the document. Do you know what document I'm talking about? I think hopefully you've seen it before. I had it pulled up. This one. It's a freebie from Mompreneur. I have it in the Soulfully Me group. I have it in the team page under, it's not under files, it's definitely in one of the guides. So like I could take let's just say I take a screenshot of a little bit of this. And I use that as my image. Edit. Upload an image. Oh wow, you can design right on Canva. So let's say that's my image. And then I just say free workouts. I don't think I spelled that. I can't see. And then I would keep it super short. And one thing that Mompreneur said was make sure to say that you are going to add, this also adds them to your email newsletter or your email list. Please fill out this form to get the free workouts plus a few meal ideas. And I'll show you what I send. This, by filling this out, something like by filling this out, you will also be added to my email newsletter list, just letting them know, okay? And then you can change, if you just want name and email, you can, but you can also add form fields, whatever you want. You can create a custom field. Maybe you want their phone number, maybe you want their Instagram handle, maybe you want their Facebook name, like maybe you want their dog's name. I don't know. You can ask them whatever they want. So you can create custom fields, which is something unique here, which is nice. And then you can change like the colors of the buttons. So like if I don't want this to be brown, I can change the button shape. If I want it to be rounded, kind of rounded, completely square, I can change the color to be blue. You can totally change the shade of all of that. I can change it, the alignment, although there's not much room to switch it up here. And then you want to, where is it? Here. Oh. I want to just be on the, I don't want to change anything. Get out of here. Here we go. So this is the design. So you can change the font. You can change all types of things. Again, you can play around with that. What she said was important is under settings. No, it was under submission. Where was that? Did you see where it said submission? Sorry guys, because this is not one that I use a lot. Let's just save and exit for a second. Maybe. Are you understanding a little bit of what you get to do here? So then this is kind of what it'll look like on a phone for them to fill it out. Then when you publish it, you can copy the link. And it will, you can then put that in your link tree. When they come to fill this out, they'll fill out that form, but as of right now, that nothing's getting sent to them. I know I'm running out of time here. Nothing's getting sent to them. So we need to go create a campaign. So that was under messages, campaigns. And you're going to create a campaign. Where do I do that? Let's just use this one. So the trigger these tips. The trigger is when somebody new subscribes and they have the tag. We didn't add the tag to that form. That's where I was trying to find that. Sorry guys, this is not my best tutorial because this is new to me, but at least you kind of have an idea of what you need to do. You can create a message that will automatically be sent to them. Okay, so let me see. Can I make a new one? Where do I make a new? Are you guys seeing where it says new campaign?
Up at the top, create a campaign.
Where?
The green button.
The screen. Yep, got it. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Create a blank campaign. This is going to be for the free workouts. Start a campaign when a tag is applied to your subscribers. So the tag that we are going to use is free workouts. So when a tag is applied to this new subscriber that fills out that form, they are going to get a message. We're going to create a message. We're just going to do a plain message. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. You can get fancy with like your email templates and all of that. But let's just keep it simple. She said that, and then here's where you can, if you want to personalize, you can say the subscriber's first name. And so then as long as their name is in that field, it's automatically going to put their name in there. So it looks like you're emailing them personally. So excited. You want to try out some of our free workouts. You just need Wi-Fi and any device to do that. Can't wait to hear about which one you liked best. And then you're going to add a button somehow. Oh, I think I'm in the wrong thing. I actually think I wanted the drag and drop one. Sorry. And if you need to jump off, you can go ahead and leave me. All right, let's try that again. So trigger workout, create a message. We want this drag and drop email builder because you can add buttons then. So then I'm going to add a button that says download free workouts. And it's going to, I'm going to have that send them. What I did was create a folder in my Google Drive that has not only the free workouts, but like a month of meal ideas or meal plans. And I send them that whole folder. So they're getting more than that they think they're getting. They think they're just getting free workouts, and then they're getting all these email ideas too. So I'm copying that link. Make sure that in Google Drive you have it shared with anyone with the link can view it. And you can just change that right under sharing right there. It automatically goes to restricted. So you have to change it to anyone with the link in order for people to see it. You copy the link and you paste it in here. Again, you can change your button color. You can add your signature, et cetera, et cetera. You can preview it. That's what it would look like when they click on download free workouts. It's going to bring them to that folder that has all of that in it for them. And then save and exit. You can send yourself a test to see what it looks like. But essentially what you need to know with landing pages and making them automated is you need to create a landing page, link that somewhere so that people can get to that to fill out their information. And then if you're going to use Aweber, in Aweber, it's called a campaign. And you set it up so that when a trigger, something is, so when they fill that out and they get the tag free workouts, it automatically sends them this message. And something that I think I missed is where to add that tag in the landing page for it. I want to try and figure out so I can show you where to do that because I feel like that's an important step. Just realized I had my music on the whole time. Can you guys hear that? Didn't bother me apparently. Sometimes it does. Where is it? Why am I missing this? Also down here, she said, make sure if you don't want all those buttons, you can either just delete all of them. It'll be at the bottom of your form, or you can edit and have it go directly to your Facebook page. You probably don't have Twitter or that. Edit Instagram so that it goes directly to your Instagram. Where, lady, where is the tag P part? I might have to go look that up and let you guys know. I'm missing it somewhere.
I'm hopping off.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, here we go. It's under submission. There we go.
Mhm.
Here's where I'm going to add the tag free workouts. And when they fill this out, every person that fills this out is automatically going to be tagged to free workouts. And then they're going to be, when you set up that campaign, it's automatically going to send them that email because they have that tag. And if you created another form for Healthy Through the Holidays document that we have, or anything else that you want to give free. I know you have like devotions or stuff that you want to give free, like anything like that. You want to make sure that you tag it something specific so that you can set that campaign. They also said for like under this, and how I got here, guys, is when I clicked on the name and email section under submission is where I found the tags. Okay. And instead of it being a simple thank you page, she always recommends doing a custom URL and sending them to your Instagram. And then same thing for anyone that's automatically subscribed, do the same thing. Just so that it's not just sending, it's sending them somewhere. Maybe they're already there, but maybe they're not. Rather than sending them just to a blank, like, thanks for filling this out page, it's sending them to your Instagram. So now anybody that fills out this form is going to get that email that has the free workout folder that I created. And then to share it, that's where you copy the URL. You can put that in your link tree and direct people in your store when you're talking in your stories. Go to the link in my link tree to fill out the form to get the free workouts. Although Brock just said today that they're changing something soon, and he doesn't know if it's going to stay with people who only have 10,000 followers or if it's going to be for everyone. Fingers crossed, it's for everyone. It's not going to be swipe up anymore. It's going to be like a button. A link is going to be a button that you put on your story that people click on to bring them somewhere. And he's like, it's unclear as of now whether or not it is going to be for everyone or just people with 10,000 or more. So let's hope that it's for everybody, or like all creator accounts or something, because that would be good. There's a lot more that you can learn with Aweber. Again, I learned from the Mompreneur, but I bet you could find more videos on YouTube that will help you learn too. Come back and watch this again. It wasn't the clearest because, like I said, this is not the site I use, but I watched a quick video so I could try and teach you guys tonight, because it is something free so that you didn't have to go spend money on something. But hopefully those were a few tips that were helpful. Have you set up email yet, Meg?
I have MailChimp,
Okay.
but I'm not regular enough with it. I usually do it for the big launches, but it's not super regular. But the idea of the campaigns is the same thing.
Yeah.
Lots of different templates to choose from, but if you're not paying into it, you're a little more limited.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
bet they have a landing page option too.
probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I haven't. Once I got it set up, it was just such an easy thing to do. I just go into my like Beachbody emails and grab all my leads and new customers and things each month from my account and from Doug's account, and update my mailing list from the last time I would have sent an email from MailChimp. And that's like the hardest part about it. And that's not hard. It's just takes a step. So
Exactly. I agree. I still have to go do my outdoor workout.
oh, see, that's what I'm worried about.